I really love this song. I've known this song since I was a little child, and it's always been one of my favorite songs. I had been covering this song as a jazz standard for years. One night, Anton and I were playing it, or I was playing it, and Anton pointed out that there was probably a better way, a cooler way to perform the song than how I had been doing it.
Most of the song, actually, I think we used almost all the same chords from the original song. But the biggest change that we did was on the B part, change the rhythm. The original version goes, when the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad. I felt like that's like too happy. So, when the dog bites, just a little more time. When the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad. And I love these kind of voicings. I don't know what they are. I don't know too much. I don't think about music theory. I just kind of go. I simply remember my favorite. My original plan was I was just gonna shoot the whole video myself, and we were gonna use a Home Depot clip-on light and shoot it with my little SLR camera. We tried to do that.
So we actually did start shooting this video about a month before we shot what is now in the final cut. And I made a different mask for that scene, for what I thought would be really cool. I got these cheap plastic masks, and I basically piled all this clay, heavy clay, onto the mask. And on top of the clay, I took a fishnet stocking and just put it over that and like tightened it really tight so it looked like the clay was kind of like oozing out of the fishnets in a creepy way. That mask just couldn't be saved. It fell apart while we were shooting, number one, and two, it was just an absolute mess.
And I was like freaking out. I was like, I don't know if I can do it. That's when I hit up my old friend Heath, who is an amazing director of photography and has an amazing camera. And it ended up working out that he could come on board and help us shoot it.
The masks were the real, I think, endeavor that I had to do a lot of trial and error for. So over here are some of the things I tried that did not make it. I knew I wanted the characters to be freakish in some way. I just didn't know how I was going to achieve that. I thought it would be awesome for things to have an abstract, non-face face. Here was one idea. I thought maybe it would be cool to try making masks out of plaster of Paris molds, thinking that that would be the best and most efficient, easiest way to create a mask out of all these little white balls. This is one of the very first things I made. I thought it would be cool to have some kind of fur type creature. And this is one I got this fabric in the fabric district in LA for, like $3 a yard. And as you can see, it's worth every bit of $3 a yard, maybe less. But this just wasn't the vibe of the video either, and so that was a reject.
Here's the angel painting. This one we actually just ordered. We found it. Laura found this painting, and a lot of these, like, okay, this one we printed at Kinko's.
The next thing that I tried was just this. Another clear plastic mask. I basically decoupaged gauze, like medical gauze, onto, and then I painted this face on it and put these fake eyelashes thinking that that would somehow show up in a cool way. But again, it just ended up kind of having a bit of a Mike Myers from Halloween type of look, and that just wasn't quite what we were going for. I thought maybe it'd be cool to use the actual fabric of the backdrop. So here's one. This is the red from the red scene. Here's another one of those that didn't make it. Would have looked something like this. Finally, this I realized was the coolest option, and it totally worked, I think.
The last stage was coloring, which I worked with Sean Wells, who colors like stuff for Star Wars, and it was so awesome working with a real colorist. It's just like putting the icing on the cake.